move on to the class. So, I love this uh, little graphic here. I'm not going to leave anybody behind. No child left behind. No adult left behind either. But yeah, there's some things I'm going to require of you guys. Some hoops you'll have to jump through. Basic prerequisites, though, I'm going to, keep those at a minimum. My goal here is to instruct you guys from almost from scratch. And I'm not complete because I'm going to require, you got to have basic math. You got a PC, Mac, or Linux box. Minimal programming experience. You kind of have to know your way around it a little bit. But the biggest thing, is your excitement to learn. You really have to want to be in this space. You really have to have the curiosity. That's probably the biggest thing, most important thing for somebody who wants to be in data science, machine learning. It's a very intellectual pursuit. You want to know why, and that's probably the biggest thing I'm going to talk about in this, because I always want to know why for everything, and I'm going to explain it all. I'm going to explain why for everything, not everything, but there's tons of models out there, and it's become like a plug and play data science. You have your data and you plug in the models. Well, that's just not good enough for me. I want to have you guys understand the models. Have you understand, where they come from, how they work, some of the math. Not all of the math, but at least enough to get you by. Backpropagation. We're going to talk a lot about that. It's something that you just gloss over. I mean, in your model, you say fit, and you're done. You let the computer do everything because somebody else has done all the math. But I want people to understand where this stuff comes from. So I talk about it in a very high level sense, just so people can understand and know why this model would be better than another one. So it's not just a name that you're plugging in. Even though it's gotten that way, you can just plug this stuff in. It's amazing to me. So the community. Data science is a very strong community, very large. If any of you don't have LinkedIn yet, probably it's a very small group. You really got to get that. And we're going to be doing some coding in here, and the way we're going to share our coding is, on GitHub. I can't imagine any better way to do that. Most of you, well, probably half of you probably have GitHub already, maybe more. A GitHub account. That's going to be part of the first homework assignment, is getting that set up and learning the basics of that. I have a spreadsheet that I'm going to post it after the class. I'll send it as a follow-up, where I want all of us to share with each other. Basically, it's a Google sheet. Everybody can maintain their own row and add your LinkedIn, add your GitHub, add if you attended the class. Have a couple other questions like where you're from, because I want all of us to support each other. The grading for this, I want people to grade each other's work, and everybody's going to have teammates, and I'll probably assign that after like the second class, and because I based on people's levels, I want people to work together. So yeah, we'll talk about that probably next class. And just got a question there, and yes, programming will be in Python. We'll talk about that by the end of the class. There are other languages that data science or machine learning is done in, like R. And I've seen graphics all over the place as far as the size, the number of people doing R versus Python, versus JavaScript versus C++, and other areas are growing, like JavaScript is growing. Microsoft is putting tons into this. All the libraries are being created for that, the models. But in this class, I want things to be done in Python. That's becoming the standard. Not exactly sure why, except it's just a nice programming. It's a nice language to work in. Data is very easy to manipulate in Python. It's very easy in R also. I won't say that. Data analysis, R is made for that. But people, at some point, engineers added that kind of stuff to Python. If it wasn't there from the beginning, I mean, there's a couple of libraries added, but yes, and zero programming experience is perfectly fine. One of the first assignments will be to get your feet wet, and that's all I'm asking, just feet wet. We will go through stuff in class, some very basics. I mean, not basic, the basic techniques, but we'll go through basic programs. The techniques I want you to pick up, there's a few short lessons to run through that will get you there pretty quickly. So yeah, homework assignments, talked about that. There will be some, and we'll have different grading techniques. Yes, we will talk about XGBoost. That'll be probably the ultimate of the statistical techniques that we'll go through. But I want to build it up from the linear regression all the way through that, all the tree methods with examples. We'll see how the accuracy goes up with each of them. Talk about how to tune them. And then there will be a final project with a proposal, probably be like 3 weeks out from the end, that you will, you'll send me what you think is a good project to do, and we'll chat about it, and how, whether it's something acceptable. And then a final submission, toward the end. And we'll all share all this so that everybody can see what kind of projects everybody else did. All right. So where's my